First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in. Look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First carry now for Jordan Howard. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From midfield now, here's Trubisky going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. Space to maneuver at the 40. Dashing through the snow. And down to the 19-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. Give him 55 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Muscles him off. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive. I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter. Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Blue. Set up. 180. Motion man. Watch 12. Watch 18.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gotta go.
Trubisky to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eddie Goldman getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
That's fine now. Zoom.
Down to first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
18.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Trubisky on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Hands up. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Let's go, come on.
Throwing again. Rodgers over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hurry up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, 50.
Now Gillisley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Jimmy Graham, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Aaron Rodgers no longer has a safety blanket named Jordy Nelson to utilize in the red zone anymore. But picking up Jimmy Graham, that's a heck of a consolation prize. Remember, Jimmy Graham has had 4 seasons of 10 touchdowns or more, including 10 with the Seahawks in 2017.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We're go, let's go.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Trubisky with a give to Howard and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A give to Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lock in, lock in.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ran, 18. Hey, 18. Ran,
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Gillisley. Wiggles free. Oh, refusing to go down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Inside. Come out.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Go ahead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check 26. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Switch, switch, switch.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They'll run with Gillisley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. On second down, Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Onto the field now come the Bears. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Lock in.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Gotta go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
That's fine, yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Gets around him. Fighting through, and he's got space. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Find out. You got 58.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Rolling to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Let's go, come on. Over. Jump out.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Out of the gun, Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbound.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tramon Williams. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They begin the drive with Williams. That good for 22 and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
319.
This is Gillisley. And an alley to run. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky gonna let one fly for route. That's caught inside the 20. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, and even 40 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Move, move, move. Red, up. Red, up.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They run with Howard. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They stay on the ground. This is Gillisley again. Now Gillisley loses it. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 33. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the lead in that one belonging to the Colts. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
Check. 4 down, 4 down. Shift.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Packers, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.